Welcome to It Girl Essentials. I'm your host, Amaya Madlock. Today, I will be interviewing my very first male guest on the show for my special series, Him Essentials. I have an incredible guest with me. He's a 23-year-old and has a very rich background in theater, having majored in it at the Central Visual Performing Arts High School. Okay, big one. He's been very active in the school setting, became a thespian, and was even crowned prom king. Okay, hold on. After high school, he earned his bachelor's in mass communications with a focus in broadcast journalism, of course. Y'all know the best major out here. Y'all already know the best
Uh-huh.
major. From the Rest College. He is also passionate about mentorship, especially for the younger African American students, and has dreams of making it in big film production. Currently, he is planning to go back to school for a master's in theater. Let's give a warm welcome to Josh Hearn. Woo,
Thank you.
woo,
Thank you.
woo.
Thank you.
So, for starters, how are you today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you for having me on your show, The First Male. Fast Con. Appreciate that for
Mass
real.
comm. Of course,
Appreciate it.
I always got to bring my mass comm people out. Especially being in this major, I love to see how we both thrive in one setting. So
Mhm.
it's very exciting. Okay, so Mr. Josh, what first sparked your interest in theater, and how did that passion develop through your time in high school?
Okay, so actually, I didn't always have a love for theater. It was actually when I was in middle school. It was one of my teachers. He was actually one of the only African American male teachers. He was a gym teacher. Mr. Lee, he was like, I'm doing a skit for the Black History program. He was like, I want you to be
Hmm.
Martin Luther King. I want you to read the I Have a Dream speech. I'm young.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, cool. Like, I was always a funny little kid, never got in trouble, just funny. So I'm like, I'll do it. So the program come around, you got your moms, you got your aunts, everybody out there looking. I get on stage, read the part. And then I think it was just the feel of the audience. Once I heard everybody clapping and I'm on stage and I'm like,
Mhm.
I like this. Like it was pretty fun. So then that same year he ended up doing like a little skit for some school program, and it was like my first actual time doing acting. Like yeah, I wrote a skit out and everything, and I liked
Okay.
it, and I was pretty good. And he saw that. So in St. Louis, we only have two performing arts schools. He was like, after that performance, he was like, man, I'm gonna talk to your mom. I don't know what I got to do, but you need to go to that performing arts school. Like you got talent. Like you actually
Wow.
good. So I was like, I don't know about that, man, because all my friends was going to another school. Ended up nobody
Yeah.
going to this performing arts school, but I ended up going the first day. Of course, I knew I wanted to major in theater because, theater, stage, I'm like, I like that. Eventually, to turn into movies. And
Hmm.
went to the school, ended up loving it, built relationships with people that's going to last a lifetime. And it was just really, really fun.
Wow, sounds like you got a handful of blessings. God just blessing
Uh-huh.
you. He was just blessing you. Okay. So can you share with us some of your favorite memories from high school, specifically from theater?
Specifically from theater.
Hmm.
Um, I would say some of my favorite was, of course, any musical or plays I was in. The Wiz was one of my favorite ones. It was one of the first musicals that I was ever in. I played the Royal Gatekeeper. I couldn't really sing, so I had to have a little minor role, but I was good, so they knew they had to put me in. But it
Right.
was just real fun, and just the concept of at that time going to performing arts school, like learning acting. I was learning how to build the
Hmm.
sets for the play. Like we was learning, all right, once this scene over, it's time to move this next set on. Like I was learning all this stuff and also doing it at the same time. So it was just super fun. And of course, you mentioned me, Prom King, Homecoming Court. That was just some memorable moments I love from high school. It was fun.
Okay, okay. It sounds like you had a time. You
Uh,
had a time back in the day.
I was in the library. I was in the library.
Okay, library. So, what was it like being on homecoming court and being crowned prom king? How do you feel that these experiences shaped you as a person today?
Well, like I said, I had fun in high school, and I mean, winning those at the time, like when I came in, like one thing about me, when I'm passionate about something and I want to do something, I'm gonna do it. So
Mhm.
when I got in my high school, you started off at like beginners theater, intermediate, and you work your way up to advanced. I'm like, no, I don't need beginners. Like I'm too good for this. So like I
Right.
came in with that mindset, like I want to be here already. So like by the end of the first semester of my first year in high school, they was like, yeah, we're gonna move you up to intermediate. We ain't gonna throw you in advanced right there, but like I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
that's better already, because like I'm there. But um it really shaped me into being a better person today, because also in high school I got to join mentorship, and that's kind of what got me into mentoring, called Kings of Distinction. And it was just teaching me all things about, eventually becoming a man and the things that you got to do in life. So that was pretty fun.
Okay. I definitely understand that we had a program like that as well. I really don't remember the name. My memory is just horrible. But I did love the fact that we were, venturing out to younger students. I mean, even
Mhm.
though we were young students ourselves, it's like, okay, we have younger people that look up to us. So, it builds your leadership, builds your confidence as a person, and just builds your character overall. So I definitely
Mhm.
feel you when it comes to that. Okay. So, what drew you to mass communications?
Well,
Exactly.
what drew me to mass communication is I ended up deciding to go to Rusk College because my brother was like, I'm going to this school called Ruston, Mississippi. And I was like, all right, I guess I apply, see if I can get in so we can be together type thing. So
Mhm.
once I got accepted, they actually didn't have theater as a major at the time, which they do now. So I'm kind of excited, happy for my alma mater for that. But they had mass comm. That was the next thing. It was like
Mhm.
film or camera work and things like that. And I was like, it's all gonna play into each other, because I was coming here for theater, doing stage work, which I did good the 4 years in high school. But I was like, eventually it's gonna get to movies. So I felt like mass comm was the second best fit, because I was learning all those aspects along with, stage presentation, and still doing presentations and things like that in high school. I mean, in college level.
Okay. So, do you feel that being in mass comm really just kind of paved the way for you to be insured in being a thespian? Well, not.
Um, I would say so. I became a thespian in high school. That's like you get like your official theater card saying your
Okay.
number and things like that. But as
Okay.
far as mass comm, like I said, mass comm and theater kind of got similarities in ways, because it's still about presentation, articulation when you got presentations, or when you on the stage and your mic go out and you still got to reach the back of the audience, so you got to improvise along with mass comm. Like if you got a campaign project that you got to do and things start to go wrong, you still got to improvise. Like it's all improv in a way, and it's all theater. So I just they got a lot of similarities, so they both played a part in each other for sure.
Okay. That's very interesting. Honestly, I feel like they would have had similarities, but I never knew that they would actually have so many things in common that it would be useful, you know?
Oh yeah, it happened all the time. Like a time as far as theater where it was like a funny improv moment that I love telling people. Like I said, I was in the Wiz as the Royal Gatekeeper, and it was two
Hmm.
Royal Gatekeepers in the Wiz. My friend was the other one, but he was in the scene before. So in theater, like
Yeah,
we got to
it's
keep
just
going. We can't
moving,
wait. We got a
moving.
live audience. So I was already in costume. The director's on the headset telling the stage person on the side, like, send Joshua out by himself. Like, he know the lines. Make him talk to himself. Like, and keep it going
Hmm.
on until this dude go out there. And it's like, that's improv that you got to do. Like, I was
Right.
just, going out there thinking I'm about to say my lines. Now I went out there and had a conversation with myself, and it was so funny looking at the audience, because they like, what is he doing? Then they realizing like, he
Right.
playing two parts at one time right now. And then eventually my friend came back out and jumped in. And they was like, that was good. And I was like, okay, like that was
Okay.
pressure. It was
Yes,
pressure.
you got some serious
It was it
skill.
was it
Because
was
I
it
would
was
have got
there.
out there, froze, forgot the line. I would
That's
have
what
been
I'm
like, okay, okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah. It was fun though.
That's great. That's great. How did you feel your college education and experiences prepare you for your future career goals?
Um, I feel like my college experience taught me more of the business side that is like eventually going to have to get into when it's time to start, working and
Mhm.
deciding what you want to do. Teaching me those responsibilities like in college, because with college, like people say you got to get ready for the real world, but in a way, college kids is like dealing with the real world. They got to
Right.
learn how to money manage early. They got to learn how to, make
Hmm.
sure I can still have fun while getting this work done at 11 p.m. So they think just because like you in college, you got it all put together. No, no, no.
No,
We were
seriously.
we were learning life lessons in there for sure. Like, and it wasn't always easy, and that's really the
Mhm.
reason why a lot of people decide to take breaks or even drop out, because it's like I don't want to have to depend on somebody when I know I'm capable of working or doing something like this. So it's like it's a mindset thing.
It is. It honestly is. In my freshman year, showed me the way. It
Yes.
definitely showed me. Freshman year definitely showed me I need to, for one, lock in. Just lock in from the jump, from the
Hmm.
get go, because you never know. You never know what situation you may be in. You never know how much work you may have one day. How schedule might change. So it's so much. And while you're literally becoming an adult while you're in college, so it really prepares you for life. It honestly does. And I love the experience. So far so good for me. I love every lesson that I've learned. I just take it in and continue to grow from each one.
Yep. Best way to do it. Best way to
Honestly.
do it.
So you have a passion for mentoring. What inspired you to take on mentoring, and what impact do you feel like, not, I'm sorry, not feel like, but hope to have?
Yeah. So like I said, I joined the mentoring group in high school called Kings of Distinction, where I had an excellent mentor still to this day. Shout out to him. He's now a principal at one of the best high schools in St. Louis, Dr. Kalen Holloway. So
Okay.
yeah, he started off as my history teacher. Me and his nephew. His nephew went to the school as my best friend. We still best friends today, Jordan, man. Um, he
Shout
was
out
like, I
to
want
Jordan.
yeah, shout out to Jordan. So um Dr. Holloway at the time was actually going for his masters and things like that. So I think it was like an assignment or something he had to do. So he was like, I'm
Mhm.
going to create a mentoring group, because all of, I would say, African American males, and not just African American males, because we had a few Caucasian and other male members in the program as well. They just got attached to him. He was just that person. He wasn't far
Mhm.
from age from us. He was, like I said, he was going to college again for his masters. We just really connected to him. So he made this mentoring group. It was meeting every Thursday. We just started doing things at a young age that you don't see a lot of African American males doing today. Like, he had us dressing up one day out the week every day, because we went to performing arts school, so we could wear whatever we want. So we dressed up in suits one day out the week every week. We had fundraisers, and the more money we raised, we took a trip at the end of the year each year. So my
Wow.
freshman year, when he created it, we started off with 12 members. Sophomore year, we went up to like 30. By my junior year, we was like 40. And by senior year, we was up to like 60 to 70 members in the program. So it
Wow.
was really, really good. And like I said, without that program, I don't know who I would be today, because it really helped me a lot, a lot.
Wow. I remembered the name of mine just because you said how many members grew over time. I definitely remember it was definitely called 100 Leading Ladies. Yep. I like how all high schools have their mentor programs. It's just a beautiful thing to see,
Mhm.
especially when it's minority based kind of sorta.
Yep.
It's just a beautiful thing to see.
Yep. A funny story about that as well is like these relationships stay over time. Like, I happened to
Hmm.
be out with my best friend. We was going to his cousin's house, and we got there. It was this guy that was there that he kept looking familiar. We had hung out with them before I seen him. I'm like, where do I know this guy from? So then that day I just happened to ask, like, man, like, where do we know each other from? And he was like, we was in Kings of Distinction together. You my big brother. And I'm like, man,
Long
it's
time no
getting old,
see.
but like it was just a real moment. Like I was like, wow, connected with a brother again, and like we got locked in after that, and he showed me pictures of us together in high school, and I'm like,
Wow.
I'm getting old, man. I'm getting old. That's all. I'm getting
That's
old.
insane. I love that he
Yeah,
still had the pictures. That really shows that you really impacted these people. Like
yeah.
it really shows.
It was fun. It was like I said, it was fun, and that was a cool moment. That was definitely a cool moment.
So, what are your ultimate goals in film productions, and what steps do you plan on to achieve them?
So my ultimate goal is to open my own production studio. Like I want to have a production studio where you can rent the theater, you can come see shows, like and just all liberal arts. It's not just theater. We're gonna have dance, we're gonna have tap, we're gonna do whatever. And I also want it to be like a space where people can learn as well. So it don't gotta just be for big productions and things like that. I want kids, minorities, or not even just minority, kids who want to learn feel like, okay, this is a
Mm-hmm.
big place where shows go on that, and I'm able to have the opportunity to come here and learn how to do this stuff to eventually go on and do this stuff. So I want to open up a safe space like that for just liberal arts in general, like a place for shows, dance, everything, like whatever talent you got, like. I want to have a space for you to come and learn and
Mm-hmm.
exceed it and see how you can make money from it. Because there's so many people you see every day on TikTok that got talent, and it's like you could really be doing something with it. Like
You
you
really
making money
could.
off TikTok, but you just see how people go from TikTok to bigger just because of how good they are, and
Mm-hmm.
that just being a network for people to do it. So that's shout out to TikTok.
No, seriously, TikTok has definitely become one of the most biggest platforms on social media, and the amount of different talent I see every day is crazy. Like, just imagine if you took all that talent and, like you said, put it in one place.
One
That's
place.
something huge. That'd be
Yeah.
so amazing. That's gonna be amazing to see. And I'll be here. I'm
Mhm.
gonna interview in 10 years and
I
another
got
one.
you.
So, who are some of your role models in the film industry?
Film industry, that's a good one. Oh, of course. Number one, Tyler Perry. I love me some Tyler Perry,
Tyler
man. Like Tyler
Perry.
Perry, man. Like Tyler Perry is one of the people that do it all, man. Like he directing, he acting, he producing, he putting
Hmm.
people on. Of course, Tyler Perry Studio created a production for us. People like it's Tyler Perry all the way around when it comes to that. Like Tyler Perry, but it's a lot of other great African American male actors out there that's doing good as well, and just actors in general that's doing good. But Tyler Perry for sure. I like
Okay.
Martin, Martin Lawrence,
Yeah,
Terrence
of
Howard.
course, of course.
Yeah, people like that.
I can't remember the. I don't. It might be Donald Glover. I think it's Donald Glover. I do like some of the things he produces. Like I really do. He has some good things as well.
Um, I don't know Donald Glover.
Childish Gambino. Is it the same? You probably don't know all this. That's a story for another day.
I'm
Story for
like,
another
I
day.
apologize.
It's okay. We gonna save that for 10 years later. Okay. As a family guy, how does your family influence your ambitions and values?
Oh man, my family, they know I'm a wild card. Like they know with me, like I'm never cool with settling. Like I'm always like, what's next? What I'm doing next? Like I one thing about me, I like to do different things. I like to move.
Mhm.
Like a lot of my jobs and things that I've been working recently have been nothing but traveling. Like this is
Wow.
now some of the first break, some of a break that I had like before I'm about to start moving again because I'm about to head back down south for my master's, and it's like I've been moving, so that's what my family know. Like he like to move, they support me. I like it because for them, who love to be where they at, that's fine. Like love the city. I get to go to
Hmm.
different places and I get to show them. That's what I think I love about technology. I get to call them. So wherever I go, I always call my mom first. Like, look, mama, I am in Orlando right now. Like I am having fun. Like it was, yeah. So they know how I am. They love me. I love them. Shout out to the fam.
Okay. Shout out to them for sure. Shout out to
Mhm.
them. They sound like really good people, and it's always good to have good positive energy surrounding you motivating
course.
you to lead you to your goals.
Of course.
Mhm. So, how do you balance your professional aspirations and maintaining your family relationships? Besides, phone calls and stuff.
Oh man, my family real understanding. So like if I tell them like, look,
Okay.
yeah, I'm working, I'm gonna have to reach out to y'all when I can. Like they understand that. One thing about it, as long as they got my location, we is fine. Like they understand when I'm working and things like that, and they respect that.
Hmm.
But it's all still a learning process. I be still learning. Like you got to go home sometimes just to visit the fam, check in. Sometimes I be so caught up on the road and things like that, and be looking up. I've been gone for 4 or 5 months already, like just out and doing new things. But they real understanding. They know like as long as I'm working and doing something positive with my life, everything's good. And that's my ultimate goal, just to be successful in
Hmm.
life.
Okay. That's a blessing. That's a blessing. This part of my show is called Let's Talk About It. So,
Uh-oh.
this part of the this part of the show is my favorite, of course, because I'm going to show the viewers a few random pictures that I found of you, my guest Joshua, and just give us a little explanation, little details behind them. Nothing too
Okay.
serious. Okay, so here we go to photo number one. Ah.
Okay. That's me, of course. Russ College. I think we was getting ready. I think it was my junior year. We was doing a news segment, and we had to take photos on the set. Or I think that was just us messing around, taking pictures on the set as we was finna get ready for a project. But yeah, that's me. Mass com, of course, mass
Mask
com.
calm, mask calm, all the way. Okay, next one, next one. Now this one, I have to.
Okay,
You look
that's
pretty professional in there,
yeah, you know me, man, on that camera, That's a video. I think that's a picture of me when we were talking about the opening of the new film. It's Rush College opening up a new film major. So
Okay.
we was doing videos and catching B-roll there of the announcement of it. It was a grand announcement. President and things like that spoke. So yeah, that was me on the camera, man, recording it.
Okay, doing your big one, doing your thing out
Yeah,
there. I
on that
see.
camera.
Okay, this one's definitely my favorite, my personal favorite. The suit, like you said, y'all wear them
Oh,
suits, got clean.
yeah. Yeah, that's a picture. I think I did some hosting. I was hosting something where they wanted me to do the announcements. I had to switch it up a little bit, throw that suit on for them. Looking good, double blue with the brown, belt match the
Yeah,
shoes. Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Very nice, very clean. And this one, the last one. Well, I would say this one is actually my favorite one. I'll put the photo that we have up now as my second, but this one, the last one, tops it all.
Okay. So that's actually when I came back to us, it was the pandemic going on, of course, you see. And we was doing sign-ups for NAACP. I was Mr. NAACP at the time. I had won a pageant, my very first pageant ever at Russ College, and we were doing sign-up. I think it was like Organization Day or something like that. On the back of that shirt, you had Mr. NAACP. So yeah, that was me. That
Right,
was me.
Mr. NAACP.
Yeah, that was me. I was doing it. I was doing it.
Okay, it's a lot of achievements you got there. A
Hey, I
lot of
be
a lot of good things, a lot of achievements, a lot of just everything, everything.
trying, man. I'm
Like you
trying.
said,
I'm
you
trying.
do it all.
Trying.
Okay, since you're planning on going back to school for a master's in education theater, what I want to know what motivated this decision for you.
Um, of course, just having mentors above me who have went as far as getting their doctoral degree. I always tell people and all the time, like, I want to go all the way. I want my doctorates, but I just felt like it was the right time. I had already took a break, and when I was getting my bachelor's at Russ and came back and finished it out, but I just felt like it was the right time. Like, keep going, just go and get it over with while I'm still young. I still got the energy to do things and things like that, and I have really no responsibilities right now. So I was just like, education is the way. So just feel like I'm in the right timing right now. Just keep going.
Okay. I definitely like that idea. I love that plan because I'm planning on doing the same thing. Just
Yep.
going ahead, getting it done with, because I feel like sometimes once you sit down, you may not want to come back. You may not want to go
Get
back to
comfortable.
school and get it done. Yeah, you get comfortable. Comfortable get you lazy, and then you don't want to work no more.
Yep.
So
And on top of
definitely.
that, of course, just being on social media, you seeing people say now like, oh, a bachelor is equal to a high school diploma now. And it's like,
Mhm.
nah, like you knew you was gonna finish high school. Like, I mean, not saying for people who didn't finish high school, but I'm like, for most people,
Mhm.
you was at least gonna finish high school. So if you went that extra way of going 4 years at a college, like I feel like y'all still
Mhm.
need to respect that. Like, somebody did
Right.
sit down and actually do something for 4 years,
That is very
another
true.
4 years.
Another 4 years. That's a
Yeah,
lot of time and hard work put into a degree, honestly.
yeah.
And it builds your character. It
Build
definitely
it,
builds your
build it,
character. Definitely.
build it.
So, what advice would you give to younger students who aspire to follow in your footsteps?
Um, Understand that whatever you want to do, you can do it. Like, don't let nothing slow you down.
Mm-hmm.
Obstacles is going to come. Everybody have them. Even the people that we look up to, they're still going through obstacles in the position that they are in. So if you want to do
Mm-hmm.
something, do it. Don't settle or don't get comfortable in the position that you're in when you know it deep down in your heart that you got more to give to the world and you know you can give more to the world. So if you want to do something, do it. The sky's the limit, and that is literally you can do whatever you want.
Most definitely. The sky is the limit, and you never know till you reach for the stars, honestly.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, how do you stay motivated?
Um, for me, I'm really big on the mind. Like I feel like everything is a mind thing. Everything
Mm-hmm.
is a mindset. Like you have to have a strong mindset. And for me, I know like I don't want to be in one position. So like my mind is what keep me motivated, understanding every day. Like, yeah, like I just said, this is the first time I'd have had a break in months. So even just sitting at home now, I'd be like, okay, I'm kind of bored, so I'm getting just looking at
Right.
jobs, even though like I'm just looking at
Mm-hmm.
stuff because I'm like, what can I do next? So for me, it's my mind telling me like you don't want to settle down right now. Like you want to move around, like you want to get more into the world. And like I said, I want to eventually do movies. I want y'all to be watching me on TV. I want y'all to be like, oh, my friend from college, that's his production
Mm-hmm.
studio that's playing that. Like I want to have that positive name once things go left.
You know me. I'm
Yes.
definitely a support. I'm a supporter of anyone who is motivated. That's the
Mhm.
biggest thing for me. Motivation definitely is key. With no motivation, I don't know. I don't know where you might be right now,
For real.
honestly. Okay. So, as you know, this special episode is called Him Essentials. The term him originated within the AAVE, or African American Vernacular Language Community. The word is often used to describe the utmost version of a male or a male who is respected with high confidence. So, let's dive into something that our viewers may be curious about. What does it mean to you to be him?
To me, that means somebody that's dominating what they do. Rather, you're a
Mhm.
basketball player, you an actor, you a supermodel, you a podcast person. Like him and her mean like you killing in what you do. Like for me, my favorite basketball player is LeBron. He'll tell you my nickname is him because like when you say LeBron name, you already know the type of level that you talking. Like
Mhm.
it's a different caliber. He's not no typical basketball player. So to be him and her is you dominating what you do. There's a lot of hymns out there. You heard like I'm him. Like you doing what you do. Like
Hey now.
this is your podcast. So it's just people doing dominating what they love to do. So that's what it means to me.
I love that definition. I really do. Okay.
Hmm.
Most guys nowadays, well, I'm him just because I'm him.
Oh yeah. You got the cool ones. Oh, I'm him with the J's. Yeah, you him. I give it to
Okay,
you.
right,
Them J's
right.
clean.
Right.
I'm gonna wear this jumpsuit.
Okay. So, how do you define success and confidence, and how these concepts play into being him?
I feel like in order to be successful, you got to have confidence. So I feel like that's how they play their part, because I feel like any successful
Mhm.
person you meet, they know who they are. You can't come to them and, have talk, or if you talk in business, as far as that, you can't come to them talking, something like, if like if
That
you want to be a successful person,
AAVE, the
yeah,
vernacular language.
if you want to be successful, you got to have confidence. That's how I think about it. Like,
Mhm.
you got to know who you are. You got to understand what you want. Like, with me saying I want to do, film and things like that, we hear all the time about female actors coming out saying that they're not getting paid the right price. Like, that's something I want to change. If I got my own film
Mhm.
production and you out here killing it, you going to get paid for what you work. If I got an actor coming in, but I already know you from college, had you working 4 years, you going to be making more than him because you already been killing it in what you do. I
Right.
understand you good, but we building you up. So, like, that's the environment. Like I said, I want to create a place that everybody know we equal here. We just working, we having fun. That's the ultimate goal, to have fun.
It sounds like I might need to come get a job over there eventually.
It's
That's what
coming, man.
I
I'm trying
need.
to. It's coming. It's coming.
Each and every step of the way, especially when you got faith in you, definitely,
Mm-hmm.
definitely got it.
Amen.
So, are there any moments in your life where you felt well, I can't talk today, excuse me. Are there any moments in your life where you felt you truly like embodied the essence of being him?
Um. Yes, a little bit recently, but I would say, like, I feel like I'm him, but I ain't him to the point where I want to be him yet. Like, I feel like I'm
Okay.
doing good in life. Like, I am doing better than a few others and things like that. But nobody's perfect. But I feel like I ain't him up there. But I feel like the moment I learned is when I recently graduated from college, because like I said, I took a
Definitely.
break when I was at Russ. I went to Russ College. I took a break when I went there, and for a lot of people, when people take breaks, like you said, they don't come back. It's over. They get situated, and they decide they start making this amount of money. That's what they want to do, and just other responsibilities in life come as well. I felt like I was him because I came back. I did what I was supposed to do, and through it all, through a pandemic, I still graduated and got the degree, and now is blessed to be able to go back for a master's somewhere else. So I feel like I'm him, but like I ain't him
Mm-hmm.
yet. I'm him though. I'm him.
Right, you him, but you still working. You still
Yeah,
you
yeah,
working to
yeah.
be super him.
Uh-huh. I'm trying to be super him.
Right, Himothy, as they
Himothy.
say. Right. Okay. So, how do you maintain your sense of self confidence when you face challenges or setbacks?
For me, I really just take everything one at a time. Like I said earlier, everybody go through obstacles. Like I done went through so many obstacles. I can't even count on my fingers. Like, but you just got to take everything one step at a time. And like I said, understand that everybody go through obstacles. It's all about how you get through them. That's how I look at it at the end of the day. It's all about how you get through them. Everybody go through them. Don't let it stop you. Just keep going. So I feel like, yeah, that's something you just learning every day. That's something that people learn every day. And it don't happen overnight. You don't get it, but eventually it'll catch on.
You're definitely right. I like to always tell people a minor setback is literally meant for a major comeback
Uh-huh.
every time.
Yep.
And as long as you stay motivated, like we say, you got to stay motivated. You're going to receive each and every blessing God has meant for you every time.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
You right about that.
So we have a few lighthearted questions I would like to ask, a few fun questions.
Okay.
So wanted to know, for starters, you said you like musicals, right?
Yeah.
Okay, which musical did you say was your favorite again? The Wiz?
So that was my favorite musical to be in. My
Okay.
favorite musical that I did though, you got to help me out here. I'm having a brain fart. It was with Whoopi Goldberg. The
Okay.
you
Oh,
got to help me.
oh.
The boy he was singing. What was it?
It's something. Is it with Sister? Something?
Yeah, yeah.
I don't remember, but I just
And they
know
had
it's.
they had the little gowns
Yes,
on.
I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
that was my favorite one. I can't believe I don't know the name of it right now. Is it Sisterhood? The sister? No.
It's something sister. I definitely know what you're talking about. That's one of my all-time favorite movies. Mainly
Yeah.
because of Whoopi Goldberg. I love me some Whoopi, y'all. I'm sorry, y'all. I do.
I do not remember the name of that play with Whoopi Goldberg. Yeah, I don't know.
Right. We'll come back to it 10 years again. 10 years again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So what do you feel like is the best piece of advice that you've ever received?
A quote that I always quote from my favorite motivational speaker, Eric Thomas. Um, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you will be successful. And I feel like that quote, once I heard it, it just stuck to me. Like, when you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. Like, breathing is something that you need, like, or you wouldn't be there. So when you find your passion that you love and you want it as bad as you want to breathe, that's different. And I feel like that's why I don't like to settle, because I feel like I got more to give to the world right now. I got so much more to give.
Wow. That was a beautiful quote. I'm gonna have to write that one down. I'm
Mm-hmm.
definitely gonna write that one down.
That's Eric
That was
Thomas right there.
motivational. Very motivational. I'm gonna definitely have to write that one. Okay. If you could star in a movie with any actor or actress, what would it be? And what genre is the movie?
Say the question again.
If you could star in a movie with any actress or actor, what would it be and what genre would it be?
Uh, if I had to choose, I'd probably say Kevin Hart. I don't know. I feel like Kevin Hart gonna be funny. Me and him collabing. I don't know. I feel like that'd be a crazy collab. Like we'll go crazy. Of course,
Yeah,
it'd be
that would be
comedy. It'd be comedy, and yeah, I just feel like because we both funny dudes, we'll make a funny movie.
Yeah.
We can make a funny movie.
Yeah, box office sold out for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, what is your favorite TV show to binge watch?
Lately, it's been Martin. I'm gonna be real. I just bought BET Plus. I was like, I'm tired of being cheap. I bought it, and I've been watching Martin. Man, Martin, that dude is a clown. Like, I consider watching that. I consider watch that.
I definitely am a fan of Martin. That show it's like genuinely funny, and you don't find too many shows now that are as genuinely funny as Martin is now. That's very okay. Excuse me. What's the funniest or most memorable blooper that happened during a theater production or film shoot?
Um, One of my favorite moments was I actually directed this play called Once on This Island. And that was the first time me and my director at this time, she was my theater teacher, we were so close. She really put the responsibility on me. It was like, this is yours. Like, I'm going to let you direct it. And this was like the big play of the school that everybody come out to, all the departments, like they come and check it out. And with me being a loved guy at the high school already, people just already had high expectations. Like, oh, this yours. We already know you about to do good. And I was just like, there's a lot of pressure. Like, I got the lights guy up here. Like, I got this girl singing, and then I got to make sure the stage crew. It was was a lot. But one thing I love about theater is like you get to see that process, and then when you see it all come together, it's like, wow, like that is amazing. So to me, yeah, it was cool. It was cool. That was one of my best moments. One of my best moments for sure. Being a director, assistant director of Once on This Island at my high school. That was fun.
Okay. Sounds very interesting. It sounds like a lot of planning, and I plan better. I plan way better now than I used to plan, but I don't know if I could worry about them and the lights and the actors.
Rehearsal. I was strict too. Rehearsal.
I believe it. You gotta be. That's the only way to get it done.
Uh-huh.
So, have you ever had a moment of stage fright, and how did you handle it, if so?
Every time I'm about to get on the stage, whether I'm announcing somebody's name or anything like that, it's like everybody get that little bit of like, oh my God, I'm finna go out. Like, do I look good? Is anything on my teeth? Like how I look? Is my pants all right? Like, I feel like that happen for everybody, but for me, like once it happened, that's where that theater mode kick in. With theater, it ain't no like this ain't on the movie where we can edit this stuff out. Like people
Mhm.
watching you, what you about to do? So for me, it's like when I get out there, it's over. You got to do it. Like it's that time. So yeah, definitely. Every time I about to get on stage or announce something, I get stage fright. But once you get out there, lights, camera, action. Let's do it.
Just do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, when you're not working or mentoring, how do you like to spend your free time?
Watching basketball. Uh, Unc ain't been in that gym like he needs, so I'm about to probably get back in that gym since I got a couple months off. Get back in the gym. Um, Trying different restaurants. I love to try different foods and just things
Mhm.
like that. So, yeah, really just chilling, spending time with my family, friends for the most part, going to church.
Speaking of
Amen.
different, speaking of different foods, I would like to say I feel like everyone watching should definitely try burrito tacos. That's
Oh,
just a side note. Just a side note, because I love me a good burrito
I'm
taco.
glad we're telling this story because Miss Amaya Bedlock, let me tell the
Oh,
viewers, promised me some birria tacos when we were in school together and
I
said,
definitely
I got you some tacos. Birria, it was the pizza kind actually. Told me she
did.
had me some. Next day I seen her. Oh, I went to sleep. I ate it.
No, most definitely. I definitely did eat the burrito tacos.
Okay.
And it was crazy because I had the pizza and I was like, okay, well, I remember this person said they want some. So I was like, okay, let me go over there. I'm tired now. Let me go back to my room. I'll get you yours later. I got back to my room, ate that burrito pizza.
And still to this day, I have not had it. I have not.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Still to this day, I really haven't had them.
Hold Is it glitching? Okay. It's glitching a little bit. I'm trying to see if it's going to focus or not.
You back good now. You moving.
Okay. Well, while
How much more you got to do? I'm finna be leaving soon.
hold on now. Had a few technical difficulties, but
I
we're
was gonna say
back.
how much longer. I'm finna be leaving soon. How much longer you got?
Oh, okay. Not too long, not too long. Just it's your interviews. Just let me know. I'm on your time today.
All right, all right. I can do a couple more questions. Do you got any more segments or anything you want to do?
No, not any more segments.
Okay.
Just a few questions I have. That's all.
Yeah, choose your favorite three, and then
I got
got a little
you.
business meeting.
Okay, you're very busy out here.
Hey, be like that.
So, what band would you have featured in one of your films
Um, I don't know
or
about no like
musician?
specific bands, but I feel like if I could get like Usher or something in one of my stuff,
Okay.
that's Usher. Like Usher's gonna do his thing. Like if I could get Usher in a musical, we good.
Mm-hmm.
We good.
Usher in a musical, I would definitely come. I would pay. I would
Thank you.
pay for
That's what I'm
that.
saying. We got people coming off Usher alone, but I feel like you put Usher in there with some, some cool little acting. I feel like Usher will kill it. Usher a
Okay,
great singer. That's why I say Usher for sure.
definitely. Do you have any hidden talents or hobbies that might surprise anybody?
A lot of people don't know this. This is really for just me and my, special one. I be cooking though. I'm a good cook.
Okay.
I throws down in that kitchen. I'm throw down in that kitchen.
I used to see
When I
the
have
plates
fun.
you used to post. I saw the plates.
Yeah, had fun. Hey, we were selling wraps in high school,
Of
in college.
course.
Good.
Definitely the move. Selling plates. That's where to go. Especially in
Real.
college. Okay. So who was your childhood hero and why did they inspire you?
As a child, my mama, I say that for sure. My mama, I always look up to my mama. She helping me in any way that she can. But eventually, it came to be my mentor from high school. Like I said, Dr. Kayla Holloway just taught me the steps of being a man and being the person who I am today. So huge shout out to him. That was still today, one of my ultimate mentors.
Okay. I've had a great time as you as my guest.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for being available for me today and being my first guest on the special episode of Him Essentials.
Biggest.
And even bigger thank you for just sharing your journey and insights with us today. It's been a pleasure.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me on here. Like I said, honored to be on here, man. Masscom, appreciate you. Hope we can collab in the future. We
Most
got to do something
definitely.
for sure, because I got
For
some stuff up
sure.
my sleeve. I ain't going to give y'all all the insights, but